Studnik Aquatics here. This video deals with my quarantine tank for the saltwater 75-gallon tank that I'm building that's eventually going to have corals in it. And this is my fish room. It's changed an awful lot over the years. It wasn't that long. As a matter of fact, I just took a bed out of here. I'm going to have a bedroom upstairs. It's going to be free, so I'll use that for my spare bedroom and just go back to a straight fish room. So anyway, what I've done is this tank down here is a 37 tall. I had that set up to salt water with one damsel in it. I just kept him because he lived through the crash and he's a tough little guy, but he's mean. So anyway, that was in there. So what I did was I built this stand here. And the reason it's built the way it is because that 150-gallon aquarium that started leaking in the back bottom seam, I am going to make an attempt to fix that. I really don't want it upstairs in case it does start to leak or this type of thing, especially if I put corals in there and it'd be a mess. But down here, this is concrete floor, not a big deal. So anyway, that's why I have this built the way it is, because 150 tall will set in there, which is 4 foot wide, 2 foot front to back, and 30 inches tall. So that goes in that hole there. And what I did was I took a 40 breeder that I had around, cleaned it up real nice, and I went ahead and used some polycarbonate and I drilled a whole lot of holes in it. And that way the water's moving from one side to the other. And this is going to be my quarantine tank. The beauty of this system is I've had this up and running in the 37 tall for about 2 to 3 years. So I have a CPR Aquatics hang on the back. It's a wet dry filter plus a skimmer. I need to adjust it a little more, I see. And it's been running a long time. It works very, very well. So that's going to be my filtration for this 40 breeder. You have to make sure you have a fish in there so that you have ammonia for the bacteria to feed on so it stays alive. And I do have him in there. And he is, water's a little cloudy yet. I just did a 50% water change on it. And he is right there. He's doing very, very well. I did put this in there just for some mechanical filtration. So anyway, the nice thing about this is, when I get new fish in for the saltwater system upstairs, I will bring them over here and I will put them in this side over here. I will medicate the entire tank. It's bare bottom. I can keep them here for probably going to be an 8-week quarantine on this. I can do water changes and it won't cost a lot of money because it's not that big of a tank. And it always has nitrifying bacteria in the filter hanging on the back. It always has ammonia because of that little guy right there. And he's going to get medicated quite a bit. So this is going to be my quarantine tank. And I just needed something, and I don't like bending over and doing stuff. My feet are really, really bad. I've had 11 or 10 surgeries. I got one more coming up December 14th. So I like to have things up at eye level. So that's where this is. I have low light, so I don't have a lot of algae. So that's going to be my quarantine system, and I will be treating them with copper, and I will also be treating them with, I think it's Prezocin, which takes care of parasites. So that way I can make sure that they are clean, and you have to feed them with certain foods and meaty diets, this type of thing, and observe them and do water changes and stuff. So there's going to be an 8-week quarantine on the fish that go into that system. Initially, I'll probably just put them in and quarantine in it and medicate it, but we'll see. I might end up putting them in here for 8 weeks and then moving them upstairs. So this is my quarantine tank, and this is my fish room. I think it's going to work out very, very well, having this 40 breeder and having it divided so that this will be quarantined. I have nitrifying bacteria. I have everything I need. So this is Studnik Aquatics. Thanks for watching.